What up, and welcome back to another episode of the Wake and Bake here on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for patiently waiting. And, hey, I told you guys that I was going to keep the show going while I was away on vacation. You know why? Because you guys come first, bro. When we didn't have an avenue or when we were left out in the cold with COVID and all that stuff, you guys kept it going. When we got booted, you guys kept it going. So it's just not fair for me not to keep this going while I'm out there having a good time. So the king himself in the house just fed us tomahawks, the one and only Bartz barbecue, man.
Thanks. How's it going today?
What's up, Dustin?
Not much. It's rainy outside. Pretty stormy today.
I know, man. I'm hoping that like when in mid-flight I don't get no rain or nothing like that.
Yeah, I mean it's we'll see how it goes. Freeways are flooding, so yeah. But anyways, I brought down some tomahawks today.
Thank you so much for that, Dustin. That was honestly, man. Let me introduce Ray, and we'll get into it. What's up? Running the boards as per usual. The one and only Morning Shot Films, aka Ray. What's going on?
Good morning, y'all. What's up? What's up, Bartz, man?
Not much. Just after Cali vibes over here today. So it's a lot of fun doing that on Sunday.
Yeah, you actually showed up. You only went one day, right?
Yeah, I only went that one day because I didn't know what my schedule was because of all this rain. I had to adjust all my pop-ups and stuff. So
are you like the car wash business when it comes to like rain? where like the rain is like, like all the paisas probably hate that shit, bro. Like, because that's where like a lot of foreigners work, bro. Like in the car wash business. So like those fools are the only fools that get mad because rain, no work, bro. It just means no work. So like you in the barbecue business, is that?
Well, just because I'm a pop-up and it's like I literally have a tent on the side of the road. So sitting there in the pouring down rain, I don't think too many people want to stand out there with me buying food off me, let alone it'd be kind of gross too because all the
does that affect the smoker?
No, but cars driving by and they kick up like water and stuff, onto like anything. So I mean, if I had a food truck or something, that'd be a different story. I'd probably still do some do events when I was raining.
Is that a goal for you, or do you just want a restaurant?
I'm actually probably going to have both in like about 14 days.
Damn, bro. Hey, man, congratulations, bro.
So we'll see. Definitely a restaurant. I definitely have a spot now. It's over in Hawthorne.
It's open? People can go?
Well, no. It's I'm going to have like the keys in my hand in like about a week or two. Sign the lease.
A non-racist restaurant, like none like the other one they try to hire you at.
No racism there.
That was messed up. What you told us, bro.
That was a crazy spot. There, a spot that was at that one time. But it was just like it kind of like, well, it's a whole story. But like
yeah, tell us. I was gonna say how do you go from every time?
It all has to do with my house in Lawndale, like this house I own. So a long time ago. Several years ago, someone complained about me running a barbecue business out there.
How long is several years ago?
2017 to be exact.
Okay, so this is four bitch-ass years ago.
Yeah, so someone complained, and then because of that, the city saw that there was these unpermitted structures on my property, and they wanted me to tear them down.
How many were there? Because you said structures with S.
There was two in the initial letter. And then we wrote a letter saying, hey, this was when we bought the house. It came like this, and my dad and I wrote this letter, and we sent it to the city. And never heard back. And we said there's no more barbecue. Because at that point, I got a commercial kitchen where I was working out the commercial kitchen instead of my house like I was. And then we never heard back. And then we went through COVID. And then all of a sudden, after COVID in 2022, I think it was early, like January, they sent us another letter saying, hey, you have this unpermitted structure. You're running a barbecue business out of there. And you have these other structures, which I built during the pandemic, which were unpermitted. But they found about those too. And so,
okay, I want you to go by structure, like, because you sound like you were building more stuff than a Mexican.
I have two outdoor wooden, like gazebo patio covers over like concrete.
That's where
slabs.
where you had the barbecue set.
Yeah, where I did the high and hungry thing. Yes, that one. We did the high and hungry in my backyard.
So that was illegal.
Well, that was built like 35 years ago, but it was not permitted from the city of Lawndale. So
when you bought it, that was already there.
Yeah, it was already there.
So it wasn't no bars. I need this for my barbecue.
No, I didn't build that one at all. And then there was a one I built during the pandemic because I was doing barbecue out of my house during the pandemic, and I needed something to cover more barbecues that for people couldn't. It was so people couldn't see it. That's why I built the other one. So that was more hidden on my property, like in the middle. So that way the neighbors couldn't see that I was cooking over there because they couldn't see that part of my house. Yeah. So I built that one. So when someone complained again, which I don't even think it was even my neighbors, I think it was someone else that really doesn't like me that complained to the city because they just have to know where I live
LAL
at.
works? No.
Yeah, well, that's who I think it was. But anyways, yeah, exactly. So someone knew my address and they called again to the city about this barbecue because I wasn't even cooking out of there at all. I just stored my stuff. But that's illegal in Lawndale too. You can't store business-related equipment at your property.
Not even in your garage?
No. Like if you're a plumber, you can't. If you have pipes at your house and your neighbor calls and they know you're a plumber, then they can tell you to remove all those pipes. You can't have those stored. You can't have your tools stored there unless it's on your truck. If your truck's parked in your driveway, then it's on the vehicle. That's okay. But you can't have it on the property.
Those are quite the complications, right? What were you gonna say?
But what if you're like a fucking handyman? Like,
Yeah,
just,
if you're
you know,
if you're a handyman, you can't have
no,
your,
like you own your house and you fix shit.
Oh well,
Shouldn't you have pipes in your? I mean,
well,
like,
no, they don't.
Tools in your garage and all that.
Well,
shit?
that you can have because it just like I could have that smoker if they knew I was just doing it for recreation. But they can go on the internet and see there's Bartz barbecue, so they just assume just like if you're a plumber, you would or if you're a real handyman where you're getting paid for it, they'll probably find it online. And then that's how they figure it out. And that's what they do. That's what they did to me because they found out my website and all that type of stuff. And they go, no, you're on the internet selling food right here. They went on my Instagram back then. So, like, you know, that was what they did. So, anyways, because of all this stuff, they wanted me to demolition of my house and the cost of it. And
Hold on. Your whole house.
No, they wanted me to demolition both those structures. And if they found anything else that was not permitted when they did this investigation, when they were going to come out to my house and investigate everything, there was a whole process. I didn't do that part yet, but they were going to do that. If they found anything else that was not up to code from whoever built it on my house before, I was either going to have to tear that out or fix it. And so we figured there's going to be a lot, you know, it's going to be about 20,000 to 30,000 possibly to bring everything at my house up to code. So because of that, I sold the house. And I said, F Lawndale. Sold the house. They don't even know it yet. I got in 14 days, I get my money, all cash offer. And because of that, I don't know where I'm moving to or where I'm going, but I'm going to live some other spot.
You're homeless.
And kind of right now. I mean, in 21 days, I will be, I guess, technically, if I didn't have a place to live. But, so because of that,
but you're a rich homeless person right now.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Selling the house, I made money off it. It's not like I lost money. I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
I pretty much got every single mortgage payment I paid for the last 13 years back all at one time.
You gonna get your car back now?
So I mean, yeah, it's giving me enough money that I can now really mess with people because like
you already said it's not gonna really mess with people.
No.
Like what do you mean? What do you want to mess with?
Well, because no, people talk shit about I don't have a restaurant. I'm some guy like on the side of the road. So because I don't know where I'm living at, I had to either find a kitchen to work out of or a restaurant that was out of business so I could still do my pop-up business. So I happened to just find this great deal on the spot, you know. I mean, assuming I'm going to get it, you know, we'll know by for sure the next 2 weeks, but it's pretty much like there I have my deposit.
A brick and mortar spot?
It's a brick and mortar spot. It's on.
You're gonna need employees in it and stuff.
Well, it's okay. So it's in Hawthorne, right next to SpaceX and LAL Works and Common Space, on the corner of El Segundo Boulevard and Crenshaw, right next to the lab where we did the Smoke Fest. So like the corner, like there's two gas stations, and then there's.
Is it right before the freeway, or once you get off?
It's right at the 105.
There's another
Crenshaw.
kitchen around there, right? There's
Well,
like a restaurant.
it's right past that SpaceX, and then you go. Well, anyways, it's on the corner of El Segundo and Crenshaw. It's a strip mall, and there was this teriyaki spot, and like basically the owners of it were retired, and they just one day cleaned up the restaurant and said, we're out of the business. We're not doing this no more. We're tired of doing it.
No cook no more.
No. None of their kids wanted the restaurant, so they literally left like $100,000 in brand, like all nice restaurant equipment. It's all, the whole place is stocked. Like when I go in there, all we got to do is pay a couple grand to get some things up to code for the health department. So it's going to basically cost me the $9,000, which is the first month and the deposit, and then a couple other grand to get it, everything look up to par. And then it's up to the health department, however long it takes them to approve it. So that could be like 30 to 90 days. But after 30 to 90 days, I can sell food out of there. But we're going to use it for prepping because we're still going to do the pop-ups and stuff.
Can Ray and myself have like a Guy Fieri frame up there where it says like we reviewed this place from the beginning?
Fuck yeah. Come on, dog. Let's do it.
No problem. We can definitely make that happen.
Because every time you go to Guy Fieri's restaurants, there's always a fucking statue of him. Like, what the fuck,
Well,
bro?
I am getting it painted inside, like the smoker I have. So I'm gonna have the Geo Kid paint all the walls inside.
Dude, Geo Kid's gonna tag your restaurant.
Yeah, he's gonna tag my restaurant. So all the sponsors will be on the wall that sponsored the smokers. So
that's gonna be hard.
We'll have all you guys on there. Damn. And so yeah, it'll be pretty cool.
Congratulations, though, Bartz. That's a really big accomplishment, bro.
It's crazy.
Like, for someone like this, you deserve to turn red. You know, you should be proud. You know?
It wasn't my plan to do this like in this manner, but I mean, I happened to find this. I mean, because I wouldn't have been opening the spot up if it wasn't like I was getting all this stuff for free. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's my new gig. Get a truck half off, buy another smoker half off, get a restaurant for free.
So you're not just stopping at the restaurant.
So I found this deal on this vegan.
Where are you at a marketplace, bro? Like, where are you finding these deals at?
I found this deal on this vegan food truck that I want to buy it just because it's a vegan food truck, and then we're gonna turn it into the meat wagon. And so, like,
you should just paint it black and then have 0% vegan.
Well, that's going to be on there. Like, it has a big old Triceratops on it, so I want to get a T-Rex painted on it.
Oh my god, dude! Let me do a pop-up with you. You're gonna have a dinosaur truck.
Dude, it's a dinosaur truck. It's like some vegan food truck has a Triceratops on it. So, anyways, it's a really good deal, and because I sell the house, I can totally buy a food truck, especially the price this one's going for. And it's already up to code. So the thing is, even if my restaurant's not open right away, we can make food at the restaurant and put it in the food truck, mass amounts, and just sell it on the street all day long until we.
So you can load it up with food that's ready to
go? I could literally sell the food out of the food truck in the parking lot outside my restaurant if I wanted to, because that's legal to do, but not actually sell at the restaurant.
So can we technically do a high and hungry pop-up where people get like a high and hungry Bart's Happy Meal kind of thing? And we just show up, we like load them up into the truck, and they just show up and get them.
No problem.
Damn, this is a new start right here, bro. This is
damn, fucking A, Bartz.
It's like but see,
what do you call your restaurant?
You have a deep fryer in
there? The restaurant, I think it's gonna be called Bart's Barbecue, but I don't know for sure. I want to call it
Blood Souls.
I want to call it Who's Your Daddy, but I don't know if that's gonna.
Dude, that guy's gonna kill himself, bro. Like,
I just want to call it that. It really would be funny because
is that really your dream right now? Just to call it that?
Yeah, because I hate that guy so much. And,
all right.
Because I really want to call
But you're doing it out of hate.
I know, but it works so well.
I don't know how a restaurant could.
That's why Darth Vader got where he got,
All right, Bart.
He's not wrong. But like Darth Vader kind of stuck to his guns, bro. He's like, man, I hate all these foods. Fuck them.
I mean, it is a movie, just so you know. But anyway, all right, Bart. Real question though. Do you know any restaurateurs, whether you know them personally or through like TV or whatever, that has started a restaurant out of spite?
I don't think most of them would admit to it if they did.
Like, let's say Chef Gordon Ramsay. I fucking made Hell's Kitchen because fuck those guys or whatever.
Hell's Kitchen does sound kind of spiteful, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Hell's Kitchen does sound kind of spiteful. He was like, I'm going to show all them fags. And then he's just like,
look, I'm not starting the restaurant out of spite. I'm really starting because I have no other choice. But I mean, I just needed a kitchen, really. That's what I was looking for. But this spot was like so perfect. Oh, and that's the other thing I forgot to say. So in city of Hawthorne, there's only going to be 2 legal dispensaries that are just opening up, and one happens to be in the parking lot where my spot's at. So,
dude.
So there's like a dispensary going there.
I can get my pens in there. Then when I have a demo to do, I can just have we can make a whole deal like you did with Rojo. And then people could just go to the dispensary, and not only is the dispensary gonna love you because they're gonna be like, "Wow, this guy just brings a bunch of stoners," then they're gonna love me too because they're gonna be like, "Yo, we can't keep his pens in stock."
It'll be a perfect spot. I mean, the thing about that is there's no other legal dispensaries anywhere near that spot. So you're right.
That's actually the nice part of Crenshaw, though. By the way, everybody, I know you guys are thinking Crenshaw. It's not the Boys in the Hood part of Crenshaw with like Lauren Fishburne. Like it's like the Elon Musk part of Crenshaw near the airport almost, right?
Yeah, no, it's right next to SpaceX. I mean, right.
SpaceX is like right next to the airport.
It's right. Well, that's right where this is at. It's like the next block over is SpaceX, and then like they just built like a 400-unit apartment complex across the street from SpaceX.
So we got to do some advertisement for you where it's like we sponsor a commercial on Instagram or something like that, and we'll produce it or something like that, and it'll be like high and hungry. First stop as soon as you exit LAX. stop by, and then they're gonna watch the episode or something. They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's cool. I'm pretty sure we can smoke a joint in the back, and then or in the parking lot, and then they're gonna be like, go in there and just eat.
Oh, it's gonna be. I mean, they have a big parking lot too, so there'll be plenty of room for people to to park their cars and stuff. So
That's clean, man. I mean, I like that what you're doing, bro. Despite like how much shit people have given you and continue to give you, and some people like when we give you shit, it's like we're homies. But like, there's some people out there that like I don't know why, but they genuinely don't like you. You know what I mean? Like, and
I've Reddit articles about me.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
totally hate me.
but it's like you do stuff to kind of to kind of like obviously give a little clap back, but you're doing what you got to do to reinvest in yourself, bro. And like success is the best revenge in any scenario. So like you're investing everything, not everything, but you're investing a good portion of like what you got and putting all that faith into your business, because like despite over time, like you've seen you sell out continuously, you've seen you do all this stuff, and like you've been taking it up a notch little by little, and I feel that this is the best step for you. And I hope that it really works out on the big scale.
The thing about it is it will work out because I mean besides just doing the selling food out of there, which we're not gonna be open all the time. We're gonna have lunch at the beginning and so forth and whatever, but I have so much people that want to hit me up for like catering jobs that I just don't have time to like prep the stuff and make it happen for these like some of these jobs. But now that I have a spot, I can say, hey, to my worker, go there and prep this stuff we need. Instead of me having to do all that stuff. And also, we're going to bring the meal prep back because that was a big thing. So since I'm right across from SpaceX and all these businesses, it's all industrial there. I'm sure once people know, they can just come in there and buy a bunch of meals off us for their lunch for the next few days. We'll be selling a bunch of that out of there. And there's all the stuff I've done, it's like we're all going to put it together in this one spot. And then like we're going to do the podcast out of there, like the podcast I'm going to start, because that's one reason I want the Geo Kid to paint the walls. So we already have like a studio in there. It's just basically the restaurant, and we can set that
kind of
up.
like a Hot Ones kind of thing, but like with barbecue ones.
Well, we have the full on kitchen there, so I can have a guest chef like make food in the kitchen. We could film it, like when we're not open and stuff like that, and do some cool stuff.
Wait, so you have a full-on kitchen, dude? Can we film in there?
Yeah, we can film in there.
Dude, think about it. Now we can actually have a whole High and Hungry season where we can have different chefs and we create different stuff. I can actually learn how to cook.
There you go. Yeah, we have the kitchen.
I cut my finger off in the second episode.
like the kitchen, all the equipment I get with the place is more than I would ever have bought if I had to like set up myself. It's like it has like 5 double door fridges, a big ass fryer, griddle, char griller.
Investing in a good security system too.
Well, it has a big old steel, door on the front of it, so you'd have to smash through the window and smash through that. And I'm sure once the cannabis guy's there, there's gonna be a lot more security at that location.
Yeah, I would for sure.
So I think we'll be all right, because I'm sure they're gonna have some armed guards in the parking lot and inside the buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah, you kind of have to, bro.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna carry a gun with me too when I'm there. Like, I mean, it's a private business. You're a private business.
Sheriff Bartz.
I mean,
he has every right to do that, bro. I actually encourage all business owners to do it, bro. You don't think it makes me sad when I see one of these little mom and pop little tienditas in the corner, bro, and they're like too scared. They have all their paperwork. They're too scared to know their rights to have a concealed weapon or to carry in your business. Like, hey, bro, I almost wish I would give these flyers in Spanish to these people. Be like, look, señor, no se puede proteger. Because like these people, but that's like the right way to do it. You have to give them knowledge. I'm not just gonna hand out fucking a bunch of stuff like,
here, just buy a gun, put it in your pocket, and that's it.
Yeah, like
get a hollow point.
Yeah, like not finna do that, bro. Because a lot of these businesses, they do need it, man. Like California is. Do you agree that it's been like probably the last 3-4 years have been the worst for retail business, restaurants and retail?
Oh, I mean for like thievery you're talking about, or like,
no,
just in general for the
let's
business.
be specific in what you're in, the food industry.
Well, I know this. Restaurants that didn't have deals on food are now trying to make deals on food. They usually disguise as happy hour now, like they never had a happy hour before, but now you can get like, you
family deal.
You can get like their normal food that they order. They don't want to lower their prices. They don't admit they're overcharging everyone, so they don't want to lower the prices. So they're turning a later date hours into happy hour, and say you get the same stuff for like a discount. It's because they need to get business. It's not because they all are lacking business. I mean, I don't know, if you go to a lot of restaurants now, it's like there used to be a bunch of people there. Even fast food, some fast food places used to have lines all the time, and now it's only certain places like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and In-N-Out are like the top 3.
Dude, I honestly,
they used to go to KFC and there was a line or whatever, and now it seems
every
like
Jack in the Box I see is empty most of the time.
Well, because the prices are so high. It's like I mean, like, why would you? You used to get a deal there, like, everything for a few bucks, and now it's like
That's kind of like the fucked up thing about I mean, not just the economy, but just like overall, like in that business, bro. Because of course, inflation is real, but we've seen the same. I've seen that ultimate cheeseburger cost me $3.99 at one point, and now this motherfucker's costing you $10 for the fucking sandwich just itself or some shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm like, what happened when it was $3.99, bro? Like, how much did you jack it all the way up, bro? Like, is it really costing you that much? Aren't you doing business on a big scale with these wholesalers of meat or the ingredients to make it happen? Aren't you getting it for the fucking dime and nickel? You know what I mean? Especially if they're big corporations, but corporations choose to continuously fuck you over and over and over again. And you know what's crazy? That the connection I see with it is that's why you see a lot of, like, because I'm in the resale business as well. I see that there's an influx of people that are doing pallet flipping, and these pallets are coming from retailers like Amazon, Walmart, Target. And you know what all that stuff is? Stuff they can't sell, bro. They're losing fucking money that they gotta do it on this minor scale, and it just lets you know, man, the ball's in our court, bro. And these businesses, bro, they're starting to see like, hey, bro, we just can't keep fucking these people because the lemon has no juice anymore, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we fucking took every fucking drop of lemon out of them. So or every drop of life out of them, bro. Like, I feel like I see that a lot with businesses, because I always look at it like, unless I really want something from Target or something like that, I'll go ahead and buy it right then in retail, bro. But if I ever see something I want, I literally hit up my Connect at like one of these warehouses. I'm like, you got something here? Because these pallet. You ever been? You ever?
No, I'm one of the guys, Circle City Liquidators, that is like sponsored with my smokers. And
I
like,
wanted to go to that one so bad.
Yeah, that's what they do. They just get all these pallets from it's either like old new stock that they can't sell from Costco and all these other places out there, or it's stuff that were returned, but they can't sell it as new or whatever. And yeah, they sell all that stuff. Like, I mean, it's like you get it super cheap, like whatever they're selling, like it's all brand new stuff. They have like Disney Day where it's all Disney clothes, and like all this stuff, like high-end purses sometimes they sell. It's like yeah, that's
do you partake in that?
Well, they do it online now. So it used to be like they had like a line. It was like a line of people out there line up, and they come and buy whatever they want. But now they do it on that Whatnot or whatever you sell your stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
So they sell a bunch of stuff on there, and I guess they don't even do it as much in the public because the online sales are so high.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Like, I follow me on Whatnot, man. I'm gonna be on vacation mode while you're watching this. I mean, there is a vacation mode on.
Hey, are you gonna Whatnot over there, dude?
I'm actually gonna be listing stuff while I buy. I'm gonna list it already. So I'm gonna be like, hey, if you want to get the pre-bid already, go ahead and get the pre-bid, because like that's honestly, man, like I think the first time I heard how many streams, 7 streams of income for a millionaire or something like that. It's like 5 or 7 streams of income for very super wealthy, and I like that shit really resonated to me when I heard that shit like at 13 years old, bro. Like, so I've really been on a mission since I've been that young to like kind of have all these successful avenues of businesses to really kind of get there. So like if I find some kind of success in something, bro, I run with it. And like Whatnot just started to one of the ways to clean out my closet, bro. Like, no, bro, I got like a lot of shit, bro, and like I just keep moving and moving, man. Like sometimes, man, like you gotta be your own biggest fucking cheerleader, bro. Sometimes you gotta be your own biggest you're gonna be your own biggest critic, and you're also gonna be yourself's biggest cheerleader, bro, because shit's hard out there, bro, and like you're not a kid anymore, so ain't nobody gonna be rooting for you like when you were learning how to walk and shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like ain't nobody gonna be rooting for you like when you were accomplishing the obvious, bro. And like now, bro, it's like you really gotta make these big boy moves, man. Like you really gotta take it up a notch, and I feel like every 10 years, bro, you really gotta be able to look back and be like, hey, man, what changes did I make for the better? What did I cut off? What did I gain? What did I add to? You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like a long time I was in the barbecue business. I was like kind of like this prisoner at breweries, like I didn't really go.
I thought you liked that shit.
Well,
though,
no,
bro.
it
Like,
was what it was is I like to drink, and I became a super alcoholic like during that whole like 3 years I was at breweries because.
It's just there.
Well, no, but it's like the thing is they give you all the beer you want. You kind of give food to some of the workers there, and then but the thing is like they give you so much alcohol sometimes you forget that you're even there working and that like you're not making any money, but you're just sitting there. You think you're having a good time because you just keep on drinking. So like you didn't really, there was no forward progression during most of that time, because all I did was, it wasn't until like I stopped doing that altogether, and then I realized that was just a horrible idea, because all I was doing was like pounding down like 12 IPAs a day. You know, some weekends you'd make a bunch of money, but then there's, you know, like whatever Coachella came in town and you didn't know that, you forgot that was the case, and you go to all your events and no one's there because everyone's at Coachella or something at these, you know, they go to these breweries, you know, they like go out there and party and like everything's slow, and it's like, or it starts raining like this is the worst time. Like now it's cool with me because I decide when I go out, but usually you have to like have this whole schedule months ahead when you're going to be working at these spots. That's how they do it. And then like you'll go there and you're like, fuck, now I can't make any money, or they bitch at you because you won't come out in the rain. You know, instead I've been trying to sell some burgers when it's like, you know, like storming outside.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, who's going to come there when they're going to stay at home? They don't need their beer that bad.
You know, it's funny. You mentioned one thing that really resonated with me right now. Was you said you became an alcoholic because you used to kick it at these events, at these breweries, and like kind of fish, and you think you're having a good time or the business is doing good because you're getting hammered.
Yeah.
And me being from the weed industry and the trap side of it, and having done the shit where I've like posted in many sessions, bro, I seen people waste their like years doing the same shit. Like they show up every event and they, you know, they're just getting higher and higher. So they think they're having a good time and they're seeing their friends. They get a dab here or there. Somebody gives them a gram here and there, but they're not making any money. And I saw that happen to a lot of people, and some of them eventually were just like, "Fuck this, bro! My edibles ain't selling. I gotta get a job." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I gotta fucking make some moves, bro. But it's like sometimes that becomes to that goes back to what I just said, bro. Like you really are your own biggest critic, and like I'm sure that took a lot of self-realization for you to be like, "Fuck, I'm just getting drunk," right? How did you realize that?
Well, I realized it more. It was kind of after I met all you guys. I mean, that's when kind of like, because at that point I stopped like drinking as much because I wasn't going to breweries, and I just started smoking a whole lot
After or before you destroyed the set?
Before I destroyed the set.
The
the destroying the set was one day. It was one. That was how you know I was an alcoholic, because the fact I could have polished that bottle off and not tripped over shit back in the day. I could have probably drank 2 bottles like that.
I've been there before. Man. It wasn't healthy. I got big too when I was doing that.
Oh, I was like 365 pounds at one point.
Dude, that's really big, bro. You know the biggest I ever was 315.
That's still pretty big for
like,
you.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
I was pretty big, and like I thank God I've never gone back. I do everything I can to not go back. I maintain at a good like 250, 260.
Well, I lost the weight up and down several times in my lifetime. But
are you still on the juice?
I'm still on the juice, yes. That's why there's so much rage in the briskets. No, it's like, yeah, I am. Well, it's you need that. It keeps everything going right.
Is there no? I know, but do you how long have you been on it now?
How long have I been on the TRT?
Yeah.
Like since, I don't know. It's probably been maybe 2 years. Come this like almost 2 years probably.
Everything's cool, like your health, like your heart's cool. Like,
hey, I mean, I went to the guy checkup like 6 months ago, and more or less everything was, you know, fine. Everything was good except for like, I don't know, one thing they were, you know.
Like you're skipping beats.
No, it's just like someone like my cholesterol or something needed. Like they said, just to watch out for it and not eat as much red meat.
Stop. Wow.
And I didn't.
Wow. Who would have thought?
I didn't want to get into that whole situation.
They know you do barbecue. Your doctor?
My doctor, yes, he has.
You've catered to Eddie?
No, well, no, I've given him advice on how to cook food too. But like he knows about the barbecue thing, and you know, he said it was destroying my life back when I was at the breweries, and I had him as a doctor. And that was when I was at my worst. And then once I lost a bunch of weight, then he said, okay, the barbecue business is probably fine for you now that you're not like 360 pounds.
He said it was destroying your life because of what you were.
No, he said because of the long hours I worked, and I kept on drinking at these breweries, that like he didn't know how much longer I'd be around, because he's like you know, you're on like top end blood pressure medication, like the highest we can give you. Your blood pressure is still like okay, but not the best. And then, you know, obviously I was working all these long hours. And then like, I almost like, well, like one time, I have like very like poor circulation in my legs. So being 365 pounds makes it even worse. And there was one point where like somehow I got a sore on my leg from I scraped it or something like that. And because I had such poor circulation, I was standing so long that it got to be really infected. And I thought it was just, I put Neosporin on it, thought it was gonna be okay. I'm like, I gotta do events. I put a little Neosporin and put a Band-Aid on it. It got to the point where I was at one of my pop-ups and there was this doctor there that's my customer. And I'm like, hey bro, I don't really want to ask you for the trouble, but can you look at this leg of mine? Because I said, it's infected. And he like looks at it and he's like, why are you not at the hospital right now? He's like, that is really infected. Like you need to go there right now, because I said, I can't finish the pop-up. He goes, well, you can do whatever you want. I did finish the pop-up because I had to make the money, but like I did go to the doctor the next morning. But when I went to the doctors, they told me that like had I not gone in there when I did, it might have been like they had to maybe
amputate.
Like, something might have happened to the leg, because it was bad. It took me like that was the thing. It took me like 3 weeks of like of
Went to Disneyland when your leg was still messed up. Remember?
No, that was another time.
Dude, what's up with your legs, bro?
That was the time that it was not that bad.
Okay.
That was the time. It was before I knew you guys. This is back in like probably like 5 years ago. It was when I had this big ass smoker. I was doing all these brewery events. But yeah, no, that's the same thing that happened when I was at Disneyland with you, but not as bad. It didn't get to the point where I was gonna like lose the leg. It was just infected. But this was like my whole bottom of my leg was black. Like it was like,
oh my god,
it was like pretty much black, where the whole shin was black. It's still discolored now because from that time. But yeah, it was pretty bad. So that
I kind of want to see that.
Is that why you don't wear shorts?
Oh, I don't. No, I wear shorts. I just have really white legs. Like you think my face is white or my arms are white, my legs are like they're like so white you can see like the veins through them and stuff. You know, like it's too bright.
So what did they do?
No, I went and I did this, and then my doctor told me that like I need to do some changes because like I almost lost my leg. I'm 365 pounds overweight and I drink 12 IPAs or more a day, almost every day. And then sometimes more, maybe 16. I've had like probably like, you know, if you're on a long shift at the brewery, you're there for like 12 hours sometimes. So, you know, you can really pound down some IPAs in 12 hours. So yeah, I stopped all that pretty much.
I'm glad you did, bro.
And the leg's fine now. So
that's quite the crazy lifestyle you were living, bro. And but you know what, man? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I haven't been there as well, because like just because it's available, bro, doesn't mean you should just go for it, bro. And I remember like I wasn't becoming an alcoholic. Would you say when I was working with Craft Beer Kings a lot, my habit went up, right? I was drinking a lot of beer.
Yeah, but like you weren't like
getting fucked up.
Yeah, you weren't sloppy. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 times, yeah, but like that was just pretty much it.
Yeah, I never really got sloppy either. I mean, I was just always drunk. Like, I mean, it was like, no, I mean, it was just like, you know, I wasn't like, you know, ever like falling down or nothing like that or anything. Like we're slurring my words. I mean, you knew I was drinking, but it was not like, you know, you couldn't understand what I was saying, but it was because my tolerance was super high. Like, I mean, I was pounding on double IPAs like they're water.
That was like, that's what I meant. Like, that's like, you'll get that habit. Like I remember when I was working with Craft Beer Kings, we did 3 Be Real beers, 3 Dr. Green Thumb beers that I had the part of the creative process with them in the collaboration. And during that time, bro, like I just had so much beer available. Like I was giving out beer to everyone. This was before Psycho Les or you were at the studio. So like otherwise than that, you guys would have loved it, bro. Like downstairs. Where like under the stairs are at, and you see like where you usually put the barbecue at. At one point, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember when I first started bringing food. There was like stacks of beer.
Stacks and stacks of cases of beer. Yeah, dude. So we had like 2 pallets delivered to the studio, and I was just pounding every show, bro. Like B-Real was even drinking a lot of beer too. Like for him, and he doesn't really drink beer. And yeah, bro, you start developing that habit. You get very comfortable. And I not that I regret it, but yeah, I started getting bigger, and I was like, man, fuck that, bro. I can't keep pounding. Now it's like I prefer, if I'm gonna just go for something, I became more of a Scotch and whiskey guy. I like a good beer still though, man. Like, but I'm still gonna fuck with the beer, but 1 or 2, that's it. Like I don't ever drink nothing that's like bread in a can, like completely like Modelo or
Coors Banquet.
Coors Banquet.
You like that shit, man? I can't believe that.
It's beer in the can though. I mean, bread in the can. You like Coors Banquet, Bartz?
I only really drink
Bartz Banquet.
Monkish. Yeah, I mean, because I go there and do 2 or 3 like doubles or triples, and then you feel like a buzz, and then that's it. You go home like shortly, a couple hours after that, and that's it. You have 3 beers and you're good, and they're not like big ass pours, but like, yeah, I'm not drinking like 12 double IPAs there because I'm there working, all day long. So it's like a couple hours, and then that's it. That's pretty much my my boozing. I don't bring a beer home that really at all. That's my other policy. So that
you just afraid you didn't drink it?
Well, I know I'll drink it, or somehow I'll get drank. So I pretty much only drink at breweries, and I only drink like 2 or 3 pours, and then that's been able to maintain majority of my weight loss I did a while ago.
Damn.
So
that's crazy, man. I didn't know that you had been drinking like that much.
Well, but talking about the free cans, I was gonna say about that. Like when I worked at some of these breweries, like they would just give you cases of free beer after you worked there for 12 hours. So then my whole I used to have a fridge that just had free beer that I got from all these breweries, and it was just packed with like all the cans because or they have beers that's like the dates are going like out of code, so they're not going to send them to the shops, and then whoever wants them just takes them. So like a lot of breweries that's the case because they make too much beer and they can't get rid of it all, so like they just give it away to their friends and employees or whoever's there. And so yeah, I brought cases down here of beer because I used to have so much in my house.
Yes, I remember that. Bartz.
Yeah.
Are there barbecue hoes?
not that I know of.
No, there's no there.
No. My customer base is mainly guys. Majority. There are some females.
Just a bunch of dudes that are just fans of you.
There's a bunch of dudes that just want to eat. It's because the price is good too. It's like a lot of guys, people are like live in the neighborhood where I sell now, and they come there because it's like, well, why would I go somewhere else? Especially the work at home crowd, like the stoned out work at home crowd is like the biggest crowd I have there. They all work at home. They all are stoners, and they just like, okay, I'm gonna go down there and stand in line and get my $6 burger or my deal on the barbecue plate, or
fuck my cholesterol.
Buy 5 burgers. I mean, there's some dudes like if I was there popped up every day, I'd see them every day. I know that for a fact.
Damn.
Like if I was there if my food truck, if I get one of those and I pop up down there every day, there'll be guys that are every day because they just like want the food, whatever it is I'm cooking.
So what percentage of your customer base are females? Like what percentage would you say? Like what, 10%?
I mean, there's some girls that come there to pick up the food for their boyfriends or husbands, and then, like they're like the ones there to come stand in line and wait because the guy's not going to be there. And then there's but as far as like single females that are just like there to buy food off me,
just Lizzos.
I don't. There's not too many. Like 5, maybe less than 5%.
Are they like big chicks?
No, I don't have too many big chicks there. Like, I mean, honestly, surprisingly, majority of the people are not in that bad of health to buy a bunch of food off me. Like they are not. They aren't that big. I mean, there's a few guys could lose some pounds, but I mean, there are some big dudes that come up randomly that buy the food off me. But like, I would say majority of my customers are not in the like worst shape, and some are in pretty good shape considering they come there a lot. I don't know what else they do. They must do a lot of working out or something.
Nah, I don't think the percentage of people that work out these days, like how many people do you think work out these days, Ray? Like you think a lot of people work out because like.
I don't know, man. I just worry about how I work out.
There's a lot of round people in America.
Yeah, it's funny because I do notice that, Sean. I notice how many people who are and who aren't fit, and the majority, especially where we live, the majority are, unfit than there is to be fit.
That's very true, man. Like, yeah. and it's crazy. Like you realize some foods, like you don't know how big they are. Like I was watching this podcast the other day, and I was just like, they changed their set, and now they have a couch. And when you have a couch, it's like full body, right?
Yeah.
And then you just realize you're like, damn, fool, you're just skinny from like the fucking
top up and shit.
And then you just see foods, and they're just like, they got the little trash bag build, just like a trash bag laid out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shocks you at
Trash
first.
bag build, I love that. Yeah.
It's true though.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the trash bag build is a real thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like you just
they're scanning the top and it's just a whole extra.
Like a 5.
Yeah, you're holding it, bro.
Like a 5-gallon trash bag filled up.
Straight up, but like filled with leaves in the bottom and shit. Yeah, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I think more people work out though around in LA area than anywhere else or a lot of areas for sure, because I mean there's a lot. I mean I go to like the gyms still have people there. Like you see, I mean, I drive by.
No doubt. Like,
so I mean, there's a lot of people work out in LA. I think maybe less in other parts of the.
I think we're probably like a good health conscious state though. Like people in LA, they will go green.
Well, that's all you hear.
Healthy,
So like, you're like brainwashed into all that type of stuff. Like living here.
I heard that. So you know what I heard, that sometimes some vegetables like certain, not all vegetables are good for you, bro, or not all vegetables and fruits are good for you. Like, have you ever heard that?
Well, I mean, like what's not good for you?
So I was watching this YouTube video, and this guy said that's like vegetables are living things. You know what I mean? Like it's an organism that comes from a living tree and shit like that. So whenever you eat vegetables, or you're cooking it, or you're eating it raw, something like that, like vegetables give off a certain it's not an antioxidant, but it's something that it's like not good for your health.
Okay.
In certain vegetables.
I don't know what that
I don't know. It's like a weird thing. I don't know how to explain it, man. I'm gonna look this shit up right now, bro. We're gonna find out vegetables.
Well, I mean, we haven't been dying from eating vegetables, I don't think. I mean, that's a lot better than eating a bunch of fast food, I'm sure. I don't know. It gives you like bad aura, like off the vegetable.
I heard that apples are bad for you because of the amount of sugar it has and all that shit.
Oh, I mean, that might be true. I mean, you probably
I'm like, fuck, dude. Like,
yeah, you shouldn't be probably eating a ton of apples and fruit in general.
one a day. That's it.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. My dad has ate an apple a day, I think, since he was like a little kid, and that guy is in really good shape for being like 75. You know, so he like he claims that the one apple a day has kept him healthy all these years. So okay, it might be true.
So
shout out to the Hate King.
Does he follow? Does he ever watch the podcast you're on? Or anything?
Yeah, does he watch your shit, bro?
No,
he's
ashamed that I am attached to the cannabis business in any way.
Really?
Like he hated so much that I parked my smoker by his house because it's secure temporarily, that it had a big old joint and had his name on the other side that said Bartz Barbecue. No, that was like, that was why it was very complicated to have him, because we both like bought the house together I live in, so he had agreed to sell it with me. So like, I wanted to sell it, but you know, he thought I was gonna get all the money and go crazy, like on some crazy weed adventure. I don't know what he thought I was gonna do with this money, but I'm like, no, it's going to a restaurant and maybe a food truck, and then the rest is just gonna be stored away. And anyways, I don't do crazy adventures like that no more. But yeah, he hates the whole. He'll never watch this show. He hates when I put the clips on my Instagram, because he is on Instagram and only follows me. So like he
just to what? Keep tabs on
just
you?
to see what I'm posting.
Okay, so what does your dad do for a living?
He's retired.
What did he do before that?
So he worked for like the Teamsters for a long time as a billing clerk for a trucking company.
Oh, he's a blue collar man.
But he always had but back then you made good money. You could buy a bunch of houses and stuff in LA area. It was like, hey, like in 1975, I think he bought this house in Hermosa they have, and it's like, let's just talk about the housing thing we're talking about. So like, okay, back then it was $80,000 in 1975 to live in Hermosa Beach and have 3 houses on a lot. 80, that's what he bought it for. But he was making, I think, probably like $35,000 a year. So it was only like a third of his income in 1 year. So he could totally buy the house.
Yeah.
So yeah, he bought all types of houses. I mean, that's how he's well off now, is not because he worked as a billing guy at a trucking company. He just bought all these different properties and held on to them, you know, like Monopoly. And then over the years, like, you know, that $80,000 house, which now you would just demo it if he sold it. He has 3 houses there that he rents out, so it's like income property. But that house is worth like, just the property is like $2 million, and it was nothing on it. Like, you just tear the houses down, it's $2 million instead of $80,000, and that's from 1970 something, to now.
God damn.
So like,
man.
if you want to buy it now, you'd have to be making like $500,000 a year, $400,000 a year to really be able to afford it.
To live comfortable.
To buy a $2 million property and then pay another $1 million or $2 million to put a house on it. It'd be like $4 million to have that thing. But you'd have to make that type of money. So like, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of people that do in LA because houses sell like no problem. But for most people, it's like
I always wonder that shit, man. Every time I drive by like on Arlington, and I'm driving towards, once you pass 3rd Street, and then you see those fucking super nice houses. I'm like, yo, what do these people do for a living? I was like, these are got to be multi-million-dollar properties. Like, fuck's this money coming from?
There's a lot of people that make a lot of money doing like, especially in the tech around here, like the tech business, or like, other businesses around here where you can make good money. But a lot of people, that's all they can afford is their house. Like if they lose their job, they're screwed. They have no other money in their bank account. A lot of those people just have a house or they have a car. That's all they got.
I didn't think about it like that.
Or maybe their parents were well off and they helped them out to get the place. And that's a common thing, especially around the South Bay area, because most of my friends, a lot of I know.
Your people. Who's your people?
My people in the South Bay area, all the surfer skater dudes that
those people.
Not like, not race, not a racist thing. Like
hey, I didn't say nothing about racism. I just simply said your people. Who are you talking about?
The South Bay people that live in like Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach. Like most of their parents are like my parents, where they bought these houses in the 70s or 80s, and mom didn't like make tons of money, but they had a bunch of property, and so like now their kids have either like they have it now because their parents are dead, and they got it because of that. No, because a lot of my friends' parents are dead, and like when they died, like they give all these $2 million properties to their kids, and then all of a sudden they got money. It's like all of a sudden you're like you just hit the lottery because you were working at Costco and your parents died, and now you have a $2 million house. So that's how a lot of these guys get the money too, especially in the South Bay area. I know because they inherit it from their parents. So it's like you look at that person, you're like, damn, how's that guy afford a $2 million house? It's like he was given to him for free. I mean, for being born in the right family, I guess. I
guess I didn't take those factors into consideration.
But that's a big portion, I think, in LA too. Of that.
Same goes like where I live in East LA. There's these houses that are worth like almost $1 million, but they don't look like it. But it's the fact that what you're saying is that it's like generational wealth type of thing. They bought that house in 1970 or 1950, whatever, and as the market goes up, inflation, all that shit.
Hey, one of my customers told me his mom bought a house in Lawndale in like the 60s, and it's just like my house, and it was
like $100,000 or what?
Cost $8,000.
No.
Yeah. It's actually, I believe, the guy that he works at that lift ticket, but yeah, he comes by the lift ticket paper.
That house right
so
now.
yeah, he told me that. I think he told me, he said it was. I know it was $8,000. I think it was like 1965. She bought a house.
Born in the wrong generation.
I know. I was like when he told me, I go $8,000. I was like, dang, I thought my parents for the $75,000 house was something, but $8,000 you could buy a house in Lawndale.
That makes me so depressed.
In like the late 60s or 70s.
That makes me really depressed. I'm happy.
Can we switch lives,
dude? Go back in time, man. $8,000. That was the deal.
We got a shoe back in time.
We need to go in the time machine. We need to.
You think that should
not fuck each other?
You think that a time machine would ever be a real thing? It's just so unrealistic, right? Like, how are you gonna? I don't know.
I think every movie producer has somehow gone in a time machine in the future, because I swear, like every movie that you looked at shit and like when you're a kid, oh, that's never gonna happen. Now it's all happening. Like AI, all this stuff that's going on. You watch like Terminator. Like they already have robots that look like a Terminator. They're walking around. What's gonna be the next step?
That's kind of true.
Like the only thing we never got was a hoverboard. Really, that was the one thing that never came out. But majority of the movies, like there's all types of weird shit you see in movies, and you're like okay, like the
3D shit.
No, like in stuff you see in Back to the Future, like like hologram stuff. We have holograms now. All this stuff. It was like just like I find it very strange. I watched a lot of movies back in back when I was 365 pounds, and there's like all types of weird things you see like that. Like it's like man, did they go in the future? How do they know this is going to happen? They just thought. I mean, it's like, or they had a really good imagination. So and it's like this. It's like you see things in like.
I found a couple of examples right here of movies that nearly predicted future events and technology.
2001: A Space Odyssey. It's in there, right?
Well, the first one, Contagion, released September 9th, 2011.
Yeah, Soderbergh.
That apparently, I guess
predicted the pandemic.
Yeah, it's a pandemic movie. So, I mean, a lot of people kind of, predicted that. The second one on the list, The Truman Show.
Oh yeah, you seen that one?
Dude,
that is. Imagine waking up in a world where you think it's real and then you slowly start to figure it out. Why are these happening? Why is this happening every day at the same like given time? You know, like at every 9 a.m. this thing happens. Every 10 p.m. this happens. Like it's all on the dot, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? And then he fucking figures out, whoa, this ain't the world that I think it is.
So how is that predicting, like, relating to the future? I mean,
because there's this notion where like there's a lot of people who think that this world that we live in is fake or is simulated, all that type of shit, you know, because of, you know, how events happen and, you know, shit like that.
Like we're living in a video game.
Yeah.
Right
but there's
now.
always one guy who's controlling all the shit.
Yeah.
You know? Much like how Illuminati controlled, you know, shit like
that's
that.
crazy. I'm gonna watch that movie. Yeah, I didn't watch that, but I guess that's under here.
It's underrated.
Third one, You've Got Mail.
Yeah. With Tom Hanks. That romantic comedy, dude.
What's that about? Internet?
It's about these two people who correspond to each other through email, and they know who they are, but they don't know that they're talking to each other on an email and shit.
Oh damn! So it predicts.
It's crazy because like it's sort of like predictive programming, but it's more the thing where like
it predict how society was gonna use to I guess get at each other. It's just
yeah,
online.
and not only that, it's like sometimes you don't know who you're talking to. It's crazy.
Damn. There's the next one is The Net.
I haven't seen that one actually.
I guess that one's. I guess it's probably about the internet. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
And last on that list is Stay Safe Online with Buckeye. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a documentary or something.
Oh no, never mind. That's not it. Yeah, but the Space Odyssey is on there though.
Yeah, 2001.
What did that predict though?
Like touchscreens.
Well, then like the Minority Report, like that was also like, you know, like all the touchscreen stuff that like the Google, like the Apple,
like that VR shit.
like the Apple glasses.
Oh,
like
yeah, like that Apple Vision
like
Pro?
That's almost like the Minority Report in some ways on how they were doing everything, where they had the screens where they're just pulling them out, touching them, bending them, stuff like that.
Yeah, and with that is a lot about like police stating, where like you have these 4 subhumans that are like geniuses that are able to predict the future. So that means you can like predict crime before it happens. So let's just say I'm thinking about it right now, but like this woman's gonna think about, oh, this guy Ray Salazar on August 26, 2023 at 9:11 a.m. he's gonna kill somebody, and they're able to see it. But it's like, do you really think it's gonna actually happen? We don't know, dude.
Damn, these are some trippy
Then
ass movies.
you got like Total Recall, where they had self-driving cars in Total Recall. They had like the little robot driving everyone around.
Dude, the Terminator
like,
showed up in
know,
this list.
yeah,
And then
Terminator's
like,
gotta
you
be-
know how there's cameras in the airports and everybody face recognition technology too.
Yeah, the airport for sure is caught with face recognition technology, bro. Like, all right, like really seriously think about it, bro. Like before, bro, like if you murk somebody and you wanted to get away, bro, the airport was like a solid place. You can just be like, hey, bro, peace out. You know, like just to say, like, you know, like seriously thinking about it, you're growing up in the 80s or like 70s, bro. You just fucking like, you're like, hey, bro, I had to smoke somebody. You go dump them somewhere, and then you just, you know what I mean? You're like, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a flight somewhere. It's a very small chance you were gonna get caught at the airport, bro, because man, airport was like back in the day, bro. Airports were letting you fucking go through, letting everybody go through. The thing that trips me out about that shit, bro, is that the craziest technology has been around forever, bro. This shit's the thing that makes me fucking believe that like aliens have some kind of like agreement with like humans, bro. Because when you think about it, bro, like why the fuck have airplanes been so successful at flying? Like, bro, people have been flying to Japan, the other side of the fucking world, and Europe and Australia since like for fucking ever, bro. Like people were smoking cigarettes in the airplane, bro. And what material were they making these things out of before? You know what I mean? Like how did these things never fucking go down? Like that. I don't know, bro. There's certain things that I feel like we don't, like, I guess we oversee as humans, bro. Cause like I don't know. I think that shit's pretty cool. The fact that you're like, yo, how do we figure that out? Where did you get that fucking technology? Who the fuck was like, hey, bro, we're gonna make these jets fucking go. Nothing can go wrong during this 15-hour flight.
We just made it happen. Like, I don't know. It's like, you don't think we created the technology with some sort of alien technology. Is that what you're saying?
I think it's like some kind of sacred knowledge, bro. Like I think electricity. Like think about it. Like that shit's a big fucking deal. Like how we make that shit. Like we make like who the fuck said
Benjamin Franklin had a key on a kite and it hit like
that's what you wanted. I mean, you really fucking believe that that's how
that's the story.
I don't know. I don't buy that shit. Like this was out there in the fucking rain and like I just don't buy that shit. Like I just and then all the wiring and shit, bro. Like who the fuck put that shit together, bro? Like when you take these wires apart, you're like, all right, fool, who the fuck said put all these fucking wires of copper, wrap them around in this shit, and then put it all together? That shit's got in 19, I don't know, like 25 or whatever they invented it, bro. Who the fuck is like having that kind of knowledge, bro? I don't know anybody these days that'll be like that even thinks like that.
Well, I mean,
inventors are not even around, huh?
Well, yeah, Elon Musk, you know, he made Tesla. He made all the self-driving cars like a reality, and all the electric cars a reality. Because before that, there was no real electric cars that were going on a mass market. So you got him.
Is that really that smart though?
He has SpaceX. Well, he's either really smart or he has some really smart people that work for him that don't take. They get no credit whatsoever. But it's one of the two. I mean, he created PayPal. That's where he made a bunch of money back in the day.
He created PayPal?
Yeah, it was him and like 4 other guys. That's where he made all his money to like be able to invest into the Tesla and stuff like that. I mean, he had money before that. I think he like got money from his parents or whatever. But he was part of PayPal. And when they sold that to eBay or whatever, that was when he made a bunch of money. That's when he bought his first like $1 million car. He was like a video of him before he got his hair plugs and stuff in his head, where he was all bald, and he had $1 million McLaren that he bought after he sold the Tesla, the PayPal.
Would you ever get hair plugs, Bart?
Oh, I'm going to go to. I want to go to Turkey. That's the place to go, supposedly.
Dude,
according to people I know.
I know somebody who went over there, right? And dude, like this fool, like he posted a video, and then he was like, that shit was crazy. He said that the shit they shot him up with to put him to sleep, that shit gave him like a little episode, bro. He said he kept waking up, type of shit. Like, well, because you know that shit.
I don't think they had to knock you out.
They put you to sleep if you do your whole head or something like that.
Oh, maybe they do the whole head, possibly. Yeah. I'm not sure if I do the whole thing at one time, but I just know when you go there, it's a way better deal than anywhere around here.
I would just rather do it in America, man. Like,
I don't know.
It's probably way more expensive, but it
is way more expensive.
Speaking about people who are being put to sleep, remember that one guy who got gassed in Germany?
From nitrous?
Like somebody from Russia gassed him. Remember that? He was like a criminal in Russia.
And they gassed him in the gas chamber?
Nah, this happened like a year ago, where like this guy who was talking shit about Vladimir Putin, he was talking shit. He's like an extremist or whatever, and he got gassed in Germany and shit. Remember?
I don't remember that, bro.
Yeah. So, anyways, that guy recently died in a Russian prison, quote unquote, died, which means
murdered.
Probably got murdered.
Damn, in a Russian prison.
Yeah.
Well, that shit is crazy, bro.
That's crazy. This happened recently.
Prisons, bro. That like, I've been watching these videos, cause President Bukele from El Salvador, he lets any kind of journalist go to the prison. He's like, you guys are so concerned about what I'm doing down here. Fuck it, come down here and I'll give you a tour, and you can write about whatever you want in your article. So there's a lot of like journalists that are going to this, like, it is probably one of the most secure prisons like in the world right now, bro. This is crazy. Like it's like
he had it built just for that, you know.
And bro, that shit is wild, bro. Like this fool's breaking you down like how the Japanese break down their like criminals, bro. Like they literally make you down to you have nothing, bro. Like these fools sleep on like the shit you bring the food in, like a metal trays.
No way.
Yeah, just straight metal fucking trays, like a tin tray. And the lights are always on, fool. They have they sleep like Japanese cars, fool, on top of each other. So it's like bunk bed. So it's like 5 in a row on top of each other.
Like Venezuela, you said?
Nah, it's El Salvador, bro.
El Salvador.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
This is like their worst criminals they put in this
Nah,
place.
they do it. They put all the gang members. Like they went around because if you're a gang member like out there and like, or they think you're a gang member and you got like the number 13 on you, they're like, we're not even gonna ask you. You see the judge in 6 months, but for now, you're going into prison.
Wow.
Intense profiling. for sure.
But it worked though. I mean, that country is like
yeah.
it's like the #1 safest country in South America right now. I'm sorry, Central America.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy.
Like, and it used to, and like 2 years ago, worst country to ever go to.
Maybe they should have all the shoplifters around L.A.
Man, dude, don't even get me started, man.
Throw them in a holding cell on foil pans.
I feel like we should. Yeah, I agree. Like straight up.
That's like that would make you think twice about robbing that Gucci store.
I do agree 100%, bro. There has to be some kind of like Middle Eastern punishment for these kind of people. You know what I mean? Like, you steal in Saudi Arabia, you got one hand less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of fucked up, but at the same time, it's like, hey, bro, guess you shouldn't steal, huh?
Right?
Yeah, I mean, that stealing shit's crazy now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel sometimes you're just mad as fuck paying for shit. Like, look at me, fucking stupid as fuck. You just walk out.
Here we go. According to the travel website, the 10 safest places to travel in 2024. Number 10, Luxembourg.
Where's that at?
Trying to figure out where that's at, actually.
Japan's gonna be on
I
this.
think that's in Germany, isn't it?
I think it's in Germany. All right,
Pretty
next
sure it's in
one.
Germany.
I think it's a country.
Oh, it's
Number
a country.
9, Greenland.
Where's that at? These are places. Damn, I might go to some of these places. I never heard of this. Where's Greenland at?
Mental health risk, 17.5 to 20%. Oh, okay.
Mental health risk, though.
Yeah, I don't know, like suffering health,
I think Greenland's actually cold there.
It's cold.
And
It's cold
snow-
compared to
yeah,
Iceland. Yeah.
and snow compared to Iceland. Yeah.
Yeah. They confuse the names and shit.
Yeah, the names
Number
make
8. Here we and he's gonna like this one. Number 8. China. Nah, Japan.
That's what I'm talking about, dog.
Ah, there you go.
That shit is fucking great, dog. That's why I'm over there right now, bro. Living it up.
Here we
eating
go.
eating
Medical
Wagyu beef.
risks, low. Security risks, low. Climate change risks, low. Mental health risk, 10 to 12.5%. It's pretty fucking good.
Your people are pretty stressed
And
out
it says
there,
the country's advanced transportation infrastructure ensures smooth and secure travel throughout its diverse regions, from the neon-lit streets of Tokyo to the tranquil temples of Kyoto. Whether marveling at cherry blossoms in spring or savoring world-class cuisine year-round, Japan promises a safe, enriching, and unforgettable journey for travelers from around the globe.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
Whoever wrote that,
advertisements.
he knows how to write, or she. Number 7, Norway, the home of black metal.
bro. Is that the place where the fools go with the guitars in the mountains and the face painted and shit?
One of them.
Yeah, like that's where that kind of music stems from.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, bro, like look,
Norway
fool,
and Sweden. to be
not for
exact.
nothing, bro. That shit is. I don't get that shit, bro.
It's just a thing.
I just don't get, like, how do you understand the lyrics?
You read them.
But like these fools are just like yeah, like that kind of shit. I'm just like, yo, bro, do you think that some of that music is demonic, fool?
Well, there are some bands who really try to put, like, they really try to be that influential thing where, like, hey, just so you know what you're listening to, we worship Satan. So there it is.
There's bands that tell you that?
Not that they tell you that, but like when you hear their music and you read about them and find out about them, you get the sense of like, oh shit, like these people like really fuck with that shit. Kind of like how like some Mexican corrido bands fuck with like Santa Muerte and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And they'll probably like, put Santa Muerte in the lyrics and shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They'll do some kind of homage.
Yeah. It's weird, but number 6.
You're talking like real heavy metal music, like the.
They call it extreme metal.
Extreme like death metal, just that.
Okay,
it's
I know what you're
fucking
talking.
weird.
Okay, yeah,
like,
yeah.
like black
Gotcha.
metal.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, scary shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be scary. Hey, some of that music was used for torturing Guantanamo Bay prisoners when Guantanamo Bay was open. They would blast that music 24/7, loud, to these prisoners. It's kind of crazy. Number 6, Finland. Number 5, Slovenia.
Finland sounds nice. See, it's good to know
Finland's
the list
nice.
of these like of these places, because like if the USA goes to shit, just catch a flight and leave.
Yeah, right.
I think they also offer free healthcare in all these countries.
Yeah, some of them
to,
do, for sure.
To all their people live there. That always helps too.
They're not worried about being a sanctuary place. Fucking asshole.
Sanctuary City.
don't worry about that either.
Yeah.
No one's coming over the ocean border to their. No one's stalking their beaches.
I'll take a flight to Finland though.
You know, it's all.
Can you
they're,
do
they're,
that?
They're almost all islands.
Can
too.
you do that, bro? Like, can you honestly, like, fool, like, if you just take off, like, what? Let's just say if I just take off to Japan and just don't come back. Like, what I'm saying, would I get kicked out? No, like let's just say it. I'm like, I don't even register. I would just be an illegal there, living there, or like, because you know they only give you 90 days, right?
I didn't know that. Yeah, you got to figure out your visa situation.
They probably find you over there if you're past your 90 days. They probably find you on the video or something. Oh, there he is, and then they go, hey, why are you still here? You know, I mean, I'm sure.
I'm trying to live here, dude.
Like, you know, they have security in those places. The U.S. has security too. We just don't use it. You know, we just like to let people just do whatever they want to do.
We're just letting a bunch of like criminals walk right in here.
We just let everyone do whatever they want to do, whether it's crossing the border, selling barbecue on the side of the road.
I miss the cops to
or
shop
whatever
people,
you want to
man.
do. It's like no big deal. Oh, like here's a funny. It's not funny, but like Ulysses, he got his car hit. Like he parked on the side of the road. He went to a club. Someone hit his car. The cops left a card on it. So he's like, oh, okay, there's a police report, whatever. He goes down to the police station. He said it reminded him of RoboCop when he went downtown police station. That's where he had to go.
Yeah.
He's like, there's people, all these weird people that just come there and hang out at the police station. Like, it's like fucking RoboCop. He's like, you go to the officer at the front desk. He's like, here's this card. My car was hit. Do you guys have a police report? So I can report in my insurance, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh no, we don't do that here. Like, unless it's like real crime, then we'll go after it. But they go, all we can tell you is this. He goes, if you want to get a report that was maybe written at the time, go online and you find much more information online on how we do our policing here. And that's basically that's what the cop told him straight up. I wish he was here to say this, but he did. They told him all this stuff, and he's like, it's so crazy. He's like, they basically told me that they just don't have authority to do anything. Except for like if someone has a gun at someone and it's like or robbing someone right there, they'll stop it or try to stop it. But other than that, they say everything's just online. He goes, we can't sit here and give you a police report and stuff like that. We just don't do that. We're too understaffed. And that's basically they send everything online in LA. So like, but he said that the police station, he's like he couldn't believe it. He goes, there's like some like like prostitute or some chick like that.
Hey, but low key, Bartz, every station is different, and I know that because I remember one time. My dad, his car got hit, and we went to like 4 different LAPD stations trying to report it because 1, it was understaffed. 2, well, because they were understaffed, they were dealing with like one person, and that was taking forever. So we went to different spots, and each cop had like a different answer to what my dad was trying to figure out.
Probably,
so.
He's just saying.
But this was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, but he's just. I mean. I know the ones that aren't run by the LA County that are actually police departments in cities that have their own police department. It's run way differently. That's why there's not a bunch of people, a lot of the places stealing a bunch of purses. But basically these guys are like, yeah, we have no authority. We have no power to like worry about if someone hit your car and did a hit and run. Like we can't do nothing about that. They're like, we don't anymore. We used to, but not anymore. And he's like, so all you got to do is go online. And if the cop was there and wrote a police report, they'll help you for insurance. You might be able to find it online. But he goes, as far as what we can do, we can't do nothing about it. They go, we just don't do that no more.
Damn.
So he's just like,
that's crazy, man.
We just don't do that no more.
The day we live, the times we live in. Ray, you want to finish that list?
Yeah. Number 4, Switzerland.
It's pretty safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3, New Zealand.
Another island.
These all sound nice.
They're almost all islands too.
Number 2.
Island people, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, Denmark.
As long as it's not Epstein's island.
I'm sure it was safe over there.
There's probably a lot of security.
Yeah, there probably was a lot of security.
Yeah, keep all the girls in.
Number 1, Iceland.
Damn, that's the safest country to go?
According to this website.
Yeah,
so, another island.
Yeah, bro. So the key is to just, I guess, move to an island.
Move to an island, and you're probably a lot safer than you are on the. That's why they're all happy in Hawaii. Sometimes it seems like
they got a lot of homeless in Hawaii now, bro. That's crazy.
There's a lot of problems going on in Hawaii, but I mean,
like Hawaii became like fool. So I saw this documentary about all these dumbass homeless, bro. These fools, they were interviewing these fools in the island, and they were just like, "How long have you been up here?" It's like, "Well, I took one plane ticket right over here, and I thought it was gonna be great, and I just never left." And a lot of these fools literally thought because the weather was going to be all great and all this great, they thought they were going to be like vacation all the time. These stupid idiots are stuck in the fucking beach, bro. Like out there and just no housing, no nothing, living in the park, asking for money. There's like a big homeless population living and moving in Hawaii.
Wonder what happens to the homeless on days like this when it's raining so much.
They cover themselves up like anybody else.
No, I mean,
or at least try to.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
No, real shit.
Like, I would think that majority of their structures aren't like waterproof. So,
Bartz,
like,
here's what I want you to do after this podcast, if you can, if you want.
Yeah.
I want you to drive San Pedro Street, and you'll get your answer there as far as what they do in the rain.
Those fools fucking get sick as fuck, bro.
I'm sure they do.
It has to
Barefoot, sick in the rain, in the street, dirty.
Oh no, I'm saying it has to be horrible. I wasn't trying to. I was saying like it's really messed up when it's raining. I mean,
no, it is
for them because like, look, all I know is I have sat on the side of the road cooking barbecue overnight. I'm not homeless, but I mean the cold of just we experienced, like sitting out there, you know, like for 12 hours. I was like, man, I can't imagine being like this, you know, on a daily basis. Or this is how I like live, or I may live in a tent, but it's still not gonna keep you that warm compared to like, you know,
like a house,
you know, like a house or whatever. And like, cause it's been like the 40 degrees when we were out doing it. And I was just thinking like when it rained, you know, it's like, you know, when it rains, even, I mean, I can't imagine how much worse that is. Like, cause then all your shit's all fucking wet and, you know, and it's fucking cold as fuck. So yeah, I mean, it'd be, I have a lot more, feelings towards homeless people after staying overnight on the side of the road on Prairie.
You got soft Bartz?
Well, hey, it's definitely not. It's not a place I want to be at. I mean, I'm just there because I'm trying to make money. But
you're just like it's a hard knock life.
It would have to be pretty rough. It would have to be pretty rough. That's all I can say.
Hard knock life.
You know, I'm sure it's even worse in like Colorado and places where it's like, you know.
Oh yeah, they freeze. Oh, dude,
degrees.
In Canada, bro, they don't have a homeless problem. You know why? Because Old Man Winter fixes it.
Yeah. So
Old Man Winter is like, hey,
he's like freezes them.
You
all.
had 6 months to find some shelter, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Canada's, you know what's crazy? I didn't know that shit was uninhabitable. I didn't know that a majority of Canada was uninhabitable. So, like, there's a lot less people there for such a vast amount of land. And it's like, it's crazy. My friend was telling me, he's like, yeah, man. He's like, people disappear there all the time.
Yeah, shout out to Nitty Sack.
Yeah, shout out to Nitty Sack. You can walk into a Canadian forest and just never come out again.
Because it's so vast.
Probably.
There's, you know, water lakes and, you know, all over that shit.
There's probably a bunch of crazy shit out there, fool.
Maybe that's why in some cases I would believe Bigfoot is around, but I'm pretty sure that nigga lives in fucking Canada.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that shit would be like one of those places where, fool, we haven't explored all the Amazons. No, there's places in the Amazons that have still remained to be untouched.
I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's about in the Amazons.
Yeah, because there's their own natives.
Yeah, they haven't like gone into.
Fool, think about that shit, dog. There's got to be some shit there, bro.
All the stuff there.
Think about flying over the rainforest. You know how we were talking about flying over water, flying over land. You see all these trails and shit.
Yeah, you know, doesn't that shit freak you out, Bartz? Like when you you only have to fly over the rainforest if you're going down the equator. But like when you take a domestic flight, like when I'm flying to like Denver or something like that, it trips me out when I fly over the mountains and I see all these little trails and like the randomest mountains. Like, and I'm just
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Hey, like what the fuck are those trails? Is that a car? Like what is that? Like who's walking these trails?
Some dude living out in the forest by himself.
No, dude, these are like trails all over the fucking mountains, and you're just like. Yeah, like.
But I mean, some of those might be actual trails, like they're nature trails or something. No,
the middle of fucking nowhere, bro.
I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff. Look, there's stuff everywhere. It's just like it could be there from a long time ago. Who knows?
It just seems a little strange that like when you like.
What do you think lives out there? What do you think's out there?
I don't think it's natives. I just think it's like maybe it's some government shit. Like there's shit going on in these mountains, and maybe it's like
that could be possible.
These trucks are just like driving into these hidden bases in the middle of like fucking nowhere, which is like there's not even no land development, no nothing. It's literally fucking mountains, and the only way you get to look at this is because you're going over it.
Yeah, I see. I know what you're saying.
That itself kind of trips me out, man. Like, cause I don't know. I think there's bases in certain mountains, bro. Like, it wouldn't be that hard.
It's like this. All those billionaires are all building underground layers now, including Zuckerberg in Hawaii, if something happens at the, that's what might be there too. It might be a bunch of these hidden, like they're all over the place. All these old missile silos that people now have like underground bunkers and stuff. So in case shit goes bad, they can go there. So, you know, it could be something like that, or it could be all types of weird things that are going on out there, that people own land that are out there.
Would you want to continue at that point, bro, when the world's going to shit? I'd just be like, let me die, bro. What am I going to look forward to?
Well, you might hopefully you like all the people there in your bunker with you, if that's the case, because you won't be seeing anyone else for a very long time. No, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So I'm just like, if the shit's going, if all it's going to shit, like, what am I gonna be looking that's so promising in the future for me to want to stick around and just not die? Like, bro, like, everything's coming to shit.
Yeah.
Like, all the stores gone. Nobody's going to have a job. Fucking everybody's fucking exploded. You know what I mean? Like, people are killing each other. There's crime everywhere. Like, fool, I'm going to just take myself out at that point.
Or just wait. Just
wait till somebody does it.
Ride it out to the end.
Yeah, ride it out to the end, bro. Like, until, like, well, dude, fucking this comet hit my house. Poof, I died. Because, like, think about it, bro. Everybody has a different version of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I, for one, think, like, I don't know, it'd be easy for, like, Sky Daddy to come back and just drown everybody again and just be like, you guys are all going to get flooded. Like, you know when you pour water in the anthill? Because that's supposedly, remember, I mean, I haven't really read the Bible like that, but, like, I do know that this fool had, that, you know, God had messed up the earth 3 times or something like that with water, right?
He shooketh.
Yeah, he was like, fuck you fools. You fools are fucking gay and all this shit. And he was like, whatever. Like, that's originally, I'm just going based on the Old Testament.
That is in the scripture.
That is in the scripture. He was like, fools are fucking fools. He was like, fools are hating their parents. He's like, fools are just doing some crazy shit.
People are selling burgers for $6 without a permit.
Without a permit on the side of the road.
You think the person that moves into your house is gonna have to, like, deal with that? Any issues?
No, because I mean, for anyone else that isn't running a business out of their house, let alone a barbecue business, it should be fine. I mean, I would never had any problems there at all had I not had someone hating on the barbecue business and called the city about it. It wasn't any call about the structures. It called about the fact that I was totally barbecuing out there back in 2017. There's no question.
Yeah,
but
trapping.
But then, you know,
I was buying.
but then after that,
the man cook.
But then after that, it was like I moved it out of there and had other alternative places to cook. But you know, they still had people hating on me. So yeah, but so Lawndale's fine. Whoever has the house is gonna be happy there. They just probably won't know that there was a nice looking bathroom there, and or whatever, you know, that anything else they make you
that
tear
sucks.
out.
That bathroom was nice though.
You know, so who knows? I mean, you can. The thing about it is, you can bring everything up to code if you wanted to. It was a lot easier on my end to demo stuff than would be to try to fix it. So, but you know, another company might just fix everything. That'll be good. I'm curious to see what it looks like when they sell it.
Some of you guys are out there that are looking for an attorney, an immigration attorney that knows how to do a variety of different things. Hit up our attorney, Peña Gallo at Law. Make sure you guys check her out. 1 hour free consultation for free, just for mentioning that you saw us on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. She takes care of a lot of different things when it comes to her legal work. But what am I telling you here? Make sure you guys pay attention to the following video. We'll be right back. I do not want to go back home. America is the best. Hey, Ramon. Is there a reason you're banging your head on the table here? Why did I mess up? Why did I drive? Why did I drink and drive? There's so many things I did not do. Never got married. Look at me. I'm a mess. Who thought it would be you before Xavier? Yes, I know. I fucked up. It should have been him before me. That's right. I actually got somebody that might be able to help out our good friend Ramon here and the good people at home. It's enough funny business. Let's get down to the real business. Immigration attorney Vielka Peña Gallo is dedicated into helping you guys in need. I know that some of you guys might be dealing with some immigration issues or other legal issues that might require her services. The difference between her and other attorneys is that she will take her time to identify the problem, look at the options, and try to find not just one solution, but many solutions that will let you know about your immigration status or your future status to come. So if you're concerned about your livelihood in America, because everybody here deserves legal representation, feel free to give attorney Vielka Peña Gallo a call and let her know that you saw us on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast so you can get a free consultation. That's right, free. If Xavier doesn't step on it and doesn't get on this offer right here for a free consultation, you know how expensive lawyers are? Free consultation because you saw the best immigration attorney lawyer Vielka Peña Gallo here on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. She's a proud sponsor of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast, and we're proud to represent her the same way she represents a lot of those people that need that undocumented help. Dustin, you ever had like a deja vu moment in your life? Do you believe in shit like that?
I totally believe in that. I've had a whole bunch of those things. Like there's things that like I'll be doing it and I know I've already done it before. Like you ever had like a dream about it or something? Because it just.
I'm not much of a dreamer.
I've kind of been there with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean,
know how you see.
Like there's like stuff I do, and it's like that's why it's like you feel like you're in a video game sometimes because it's like I'll do stuff and I'll be like, dude, I know I've totally done this like already once, and it's like or something happens, and I already know what's gonna happen before it happens. Like I'm like, I bet you this is gonna happen, and it does, and it's like, dang, dude. Like I totally I believe in that for sure. Or like somehow like you.
What is a deja vu considered? Like here, let me look up the actual definition.
Well, it's technically believing that you did something or you did something already that you did before.
Yeah, you're right. Deja vu is having the feeling that you've done something before.
Yeah, it happens a lot to me.
Learn the possibilities that causes, possible causes behind this phenomenon. Damn, this is crazy. And you know what's crazy? It's on WebMD, bro. It's a medical thing.
Yeah, I feel like I've had certain deja vus in my life. Yeah, I know it occurs to me because I think about them. I'm like, didn't I just think about this? Or didn't, like, what you thought about or some shit, or you dreamt it?
Yeah, no.
Or you're living it.
Or you're doing an action. It's like I'm doing something. And it's like I know I just did this. Or it's like I've done it like when I've done pop-up or I've done events, like I know I did this whole event already. And I already knew that. I'm like, I guarantee you, watch. I'll even tell you, list these. Like today, it's going to be a big line, blah, blah, blah. And there's days I'll predict that like no one's gonna show up, and like I'm telling you, I know I've done this, and no one shows up, and then no one shows up. They don't show up. It's like it's not like I'm putting some bad vibes. It's just that I know that that's happening. Ulysses and other guys, Herman, that work for me, they say it all the time. They're like, man, you know how to like you like predict this stuff in the future or something like that because I'll have
test the waters.
Like I know exactly how like sometimes things go, and it's like you sit there and you're like, dang, dude. It happened exactly how I thought it was going to happen. Like, but.
Here's the thing. It says, who experiences deja vu? Around 60 to 70% of people in good health experience some form of deja vu during their lifetime. A familiar sight or sound can trigger the feeling. You may walk into a room in a building you've never visited, yet you feel like you know it intimately.
Fuck off.
Most feelings of deja vu disappear quickly, which can make it hard for you to recall specific details of the experience. This is where it gets trippy. They got a specific age. Deja vu happens most often to people between 15 and 25 years of age. We tend to experience the feeling less as we age. If you travel a lot regularly, if you travel a lot or regularly remember your dreams, you may be more likely to experience deja vu than others. See, that's why I probably don't experience it because I'm not a dreamer. Someone who is tired or stressed may be prone to deja vu feelings too. Most people have the experience during the evening or during the weekends. That's pretty specific, man. So it's a real thing. See, but how do you not know? This wasn't on WebMD before. This wasn't anything like that. Like, how do you not know this isn't just a part of the whole dimension shift we're all living in, bro? They're just trying to tell you that, like, oh, don't worry about it. It could just be a glitch in the Matrix, bro. For all that we know.
It might very well be one.
Like, when a TV gets stuck or your iPhone gets stuck, that can happen.
Yeah, they just need to push the reset button and then get everything back to normal.
You gotta hit that Nintendo fucking reset button, bro, and then you just come back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, deja vu is like a serious thing, man. You believe in the paranormal, Bartz? Like
I've never really witnessed anything like that. I mean,
do you ever feel that like an energy has followed you? I feel like people are more likely to have that experience where they feel like, oh, I feel like I got this funk, but like one's interpretation of something like that might just be like for example, I'm a very like spiritual person, spiritual conscience, and if I feel like something like I visit a certain place, like if I go to the cemetery or something like that, I clean myself after I I leave, you know, because I feel that certain entities or certain funks or whatever people might call it might be able to attach yourself. Has anybody ever felt that?
Not me.
Like, I don't know, you might base chalk it up to energy, be like, oh, there was bad energy here, man. Fuck this. And now I'm stuck in a funk. You believe you could have like a stream of bad luck?
Well, I mean, I've had streams of bad luck a lot of times, but it's not necessarily because of some energy. It was
No,
because
not just like
I did some stupid stuff, you know, like, you know,
12 IPAs daily.
I don't know. It was like when I ran into that was bad energy when I ran into the parking structure yesterday at the.
Was it with this truck?
At the Cali Vibes. That was
so that truck is messed up right now?
No, I didn't. The truck is solid, dude. No, I went into the parking structure and you know it says 6'8". You assume that the entry is 6'8".
Yeah, you told me about
and,
this.
And you go pull in there and we pull in and it's fine because the original spot where you pull in is for the UPS drivers, so it's taller there. So I pull in, I'm like, oh, we're good, and we start going up the little ramp, and I'm like, man, that roof looks very close. I'm looking outside my truck, I'm like, it looks like it's pretty close, and then we pulled right into this one little into the next room. The fucking top of my ladder rack hit the roof of the fucking of the parking structure. Luckily, there was no pipes there, no water pipes, and I hear it hit. I'm like, fuck, this is too low. I just stopped right then, and then that's when like one of the workers there helped me get my car out, but we still tore out some more of the drywall on the way out. I just didn't tear off anything that was structurally needed for the parking lot. And then they looked at me like, don't worry, this happens all the time. I said, why would you not have a thing there that your car hits that let you know not to go in there? They're like, yeah, they're supposed to have one of those. They don't have one. And so then I go and I park the bottom, and that's when another lady comes out and she wanted my driver's license and all this other stuff. I'm like, look, it's fucking drywall. It can't be more than $300 to fix that if you're going to fix it. But it already looks like a bunch of people hit it. I said, I'm just giving you my driver's license. Have your guy call me if you need to fix. You know, he wants me to pay for it. I haven't heard from him yet, so we'll see if they call me.
Bartz blocks him.
No, I'm not gonna block. I'll pay the money to fix like a ceiling. It was no big deal. It was just like,
I wish I would have been there to record it.
Oh, it would. Oh, you guys would have loved it if anyone would record that. I mean, I look. It almost looked like one of those videos where they get like the U-Haul truck inside a parking garage and then fuck up all the pipes. Luckily, I stopped and I wasn't drunk or stoned, and I real quickly realized that. No, don't go any further.
Yeah.
This is going to be very bad.
Taking the whole thing.
This is going to take out the whole sprinkler system in this parking structure.
That's fucking hilarious.
That was some pretty bad luck. I mean, I did not feel the very good Cali vibes when I walked in there after I just like had totally torn up a parking lot ceiling.
That's fucking hilarious, man. Fucking Bartz over here always getting into something. Hey, but once again, man, I want to congratulate you for your upcoming restaurant, bro. I mean, I know we'll definitely be eating there and doing some stuff there with you, man, and just
it'll be cool
helping you build this business. It's just, you've always been here with us, and I mean, hey, bro, I mean, we wish you much success, bro, because these are big steps, bro. You know what I mean?
It's a big step, yeah.
And it's gonna all work out. And once again, where can they follow you at, and where can they check out the restaurant, or where's it going to be at, or details you want to shout out?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's bartzbarbecue.com is the website. Most of everything's on Instagram at bartz.barbecue, spelled out. I mean, that's where I post pretty much all my events and stuff like that. We're just doing we're doing as many pop-ups as we can, but, like, with me moving and opening a restaurant, like, I don't know all the time I'm going to have to do as many pop-ups over the next couple of weeks while I'm doing it, but, I did want to do a shout out first off to Wax Bars, because they've been like the biggest supporter of these smokers. Like they've donated more money than anyone else to help me like get these smokers off the ground. And on the newest one, we're gonna call it Wax Daddy. So we're gonna have Who's Your Daddy, the small ones, Who's Your Baby's Daddy, and now it's gonna be called Wax Daddy. So that's gonna be a dope ass T-shirt. We get all three
fucking names, dude.
I know.
I swear.
so that
I can't wait to see it.
It's gonna be great.
This one has like the Christopher Columbus like barbecue smokers instead of ships, and he's just colonizing the Alondra golf course.
And then also Frere Law, they donated money to buy 400 free burgers like a few weeks ago. I gave out to everybody, and then they also bought 13 briskets for the new smoker and just gave them to like on a drawing.
Yeah.
So that for like Super Bowl, I gave away 13 briskets to followers, and then they're all gonna have their name on the new smoker, like they paid for it. So the law firm went and just bought all these briskets, and I just gave them away. So but those two companies have like, or businesses have like really helped out a lot. And then also I have a homie who will remain nameless, but he has a huge trucking yard that he lets me store all these smokers at for free. And
Sick.
and he still buys all the food off me. Like I can't give him any money. He just wants to help out. So he'll remain nameless, but he's been helping a lot with the storage of all these smokers.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Bartz. Everybody, make sure you get if you're about that barbecue life and you're high and hungry, make sure you guys hit up Bartz Barbecue and check out all the pop-ups and his new restaurant, which what I'm saying, pop-ups are probably gonna become less and the restaurant's gonna be popping a lot more. Ray, shout outs.
Shout out to Bart's Barbecue. Thank you for coming through to this podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for feeding us. That was very unexpected. And see, that's what you do, man. When you throw something or you invite somebody's going to do you right. Bart's does us right.
Thanks.
Yep.
Follow me at Morning Shot Films. Check out my website, morningshotfilms.co. The Morning Reel, as you know, it's there every week with a new episode. Stay tuned for more podcasts with the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. E-Zone or Bart's?
No, it's me. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for telling me to have a great time on vacation. But like I said, I wasn't gonna leave you guys hanging. Go to flavorsbyezone.com, Flavors by E-Zone on Whatnot. Also, High and Hungry TV for all the behind the scenes and all the stuff that I'm gonna be filming and eating in Japan. And just literally look out for all the new content. I got a lot of big changes when I'm back. So salute to everybody that's been down with the squad for a while. So we'll see you guys next episode. Peace.